Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the campus here at Tabor College as we are getting ready for another conference competition here as Tabor College will host the McPherson Bulldogs from just down the road. I'm Jim Paulus. I'm, again, pleasure to be with Rod Ham. Hello, Rod.
Hello, Jim. Back here at Tabor College on a cold, wintry January day.
We had to suffer through a game last week without you. It was really hard.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was painful.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't bad at all.
I'm glad to have you back.
All right. Let's rock and roll.
So exciting here for the Blue Jays as they've had a really good week. A couple weeks ago, they were able to beat Kansas Wesleyan, which was an important game. And then on the road on Saturday, we're able to defeat the number 7 team in the country, Sterling Warriors.
Gave Sterling their first loss of the year, not only in the conference, but overall. Yep. Had been unbeaten going into that game. So that's a huge win and puts Tabor solidly in second place in the conference.
And we'll be keeping an eye on a big game tonight as Sterling is at KW.
Right.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here as we do the prayer and national anthem, and we'll get back to set you up for the beginning of the game.
Please join us as the Tabor College basketball band back from break under the direction of Sean Brown honors America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're back here as we get ready for this game. As again, the Tabor Blue Jays will be hosting the McPherson College Bulldogs. McPherson comes in 3-11 in conference, 7-13. They did have a victory at home on Saturday against Avila, which was snapping a 6-game losing streak for them. They are coached by Nichols in his first season, and of course, Blue Jays 12-2 in conference, 15-3 overall, and are led by Sean Reed in his 8th season. All right, let's maybe look at some starting lineups.
You want to go over the visitors first?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, as the PA announcer here starts introducing the players, we'll just start along with him. Number 1, Danielle Holt, listed here as a 6-foot junior out of Glenpool, Oklahoma. And she's averaging 5.8 points per game. Number 20, Asia Timms, 5'6" guard out of Ada, Oklahoma, a junior. Number 22, Bella Raimondi, 5'7" senior, Costa Mesa, California, by way of Bacone. And number 23, Brittany Roberts, a 5'9" sophomore from Mansfield, Texas. And rounding out the lineups, starting lineup for the Bulldogs, number 25, Brooke DeLuca, 5'6" senior from Hutchinson, Kansas, by way of Trinity Catholic High School. So a couple transfers in there. Leading the way for the Bulldogs, Brittany Roberts, number 23, 5'9" sophomore, averaging 11.8 points a game, followed by Asia Timms, and she averages 10.2 points per game.
Saw several transfers there from Bacone.
Quite a few transfers. Yeah, Bacone, I believe, has closed their doors.
Yeah,
is that correct?
I believe so, or at least in the process.
Or in the process, and maybe dropped athletics, and possibly, or anyway.
All right, let's look at the Tabor starting right there on your screen.
Let's do it. Number 3, Taylor Denniston, a 5'4" senior from Holcomb, Kansas, 10.9 points per game. Number 12, Sammy Jo Peterson, 5'7" sophomore, Cottonwood Falls, Kansas, Chase County High School, 5.1 points per game. Number 23, Morgan Ediger, senior, 5'9", leads the Blue Jays in scoring from Cimarron, Kansas, averaging 11.1 points per game, 4.7 rebounds per game. Pretty good out of a 5'9" guard. And then we got 24, Kylie Burns, 5'11" sophomore, Valley Center, Kansas, 5.8 points per game. And rounding out the lineup for the Blue Jays, number 40, Kristen Weedle, 5'11" senior from Burns, Kansas, Remington High School, averaging 8.7 points per game, along with 5.7 rebounds per game.
And since we're on the second half of the schedule, these two teams did meet before Christmas on November 20th. The Blue Jays on top 64-48 in that game. Kylie Burns with 18 points and 5 rebounds.
Wow.
So, yep.
I was at that game and I don't remember anything. It's before BC. That was BC before Christmas.
That was the least surprising thing I'll hear all night. So
I've slept since then.
Okay. All right, here's the tip. Ediger takes it to Dennison, and we're off.
Hopefully off and running. Weedle with the ball at the top of the key, off to Denniston, and then down low to Burns. Nice play.
Yep. I wonder if they play 4 out and 1 in, and that's one of the matchup issues with Burns.
And McPherson playing a small lineup, and they run a 5-out system. And so what could give them problems on the defensive end, matching up with our bigs, could give us a problem on our defensive end, matching up with their smalls. And because we are traditionally man-to-man only.
Offensive rebound here for the Bulldogs. Right back up. Comes up short, and Dennison has the rebound.
And both those shots barely drew iron for the Bulldogs. And I do remember this from the last time we played them at their place, that their shooting was not very good from the perimeter. So another pass to Burns, turns it down, passes out to Ediger. Ediger drives, stops, pops about an 8-footer.
Rebound by DeLuca, and she brings it up. Timms has it on the wing, dribbles it over to Holt. 3-pointer, and that's good. McPherson takes the lead, 3-2. Blue Jays quickly up. Burns to Weedle, and she is fouled on the floor by DeLuca. First team foul.
Inbounds to Weedle, off to Peterson. Had Burns down low, turned her down. Now got Burns outside for a 3, and that's up and off. McPherson girls, women fighting for that ball. Number 20 and 23.
Timms and Roberts.
Yeah, both.
So they
climbing on each other's backs there, and fortunately for Tabor, that bounced our way.
Fresh shot clock. Ediger comes off the screen, picked up by Timms. Gets it into Weedle. She kicks it out after being double teamed. Wide open for Peterson. 3 is off, and good job by Roberts.
Good job by Denniston to crash the boards. Unfortunately, at 5'7", she wasn't able to come up with the ball.
Ball's loose. McPherson retains possession. Tim sets it up top. Nice bucket there by DeLuca. And we have to see some pressure here from McPherson. Blue Jays get it across.
Got it across. It wasn't real pretty, but they got it across.
Nice pass to Weedle. She's not able to get the layup. Another defensive board by Roberts. McPherson ball up 5-2.
Tabor off to a little bit of a slow start.
Holt takes it all the way in. Misses, gets her own rebound, kicks it out. Three-pointer no good. Roberts with another offensive board. She goes up strong. And foul on Timms as Edgar is able to gather that rebound. Blue Jays giving up 2 or 3 offensive boards here early.
Yeah, neither one of those shots hit much of anything, and it's hardest thing to rebound is an air ball. That's been my experience anyway.
Leisler, Turner, and Garcia check in for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays get it across. Have Garcia. She's able to lay it in. Easily broke there by the Blue Jays, able to come down for a layup.
Garcia is really a nice fresh face for the Blue Jays, a freshman out of Ponca City, home of Chad Bodenstein.
No.
I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't. I
probably did. You should have known it, yeah.
Yes. Bucket by Timms.
She's just a real solid player, hustles, works hard. Tabor doing a good job of breaking the press now.
Has Turner. Turner drives, kicks it out to Garcia. Edgar wide open for 3, and that's no good.
Oh.
Tipped out. Garcia should have grabbed that.
Looked like Garcia could have just grabbed it with 2 hands and instead tipped it out. Tabor down 4-7 right now.
Nice steal by Dennison. Blue Jays again running. Turner has it. Kicks it out to Leisler.
Leisler slows it down, sets up the play. Ball reversal to Denniston, now back across to Leisler. Leisler drives.
Pull up in the lane.
Well, that's her shot right there, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen a few of those over the last 4 years. Blue Jays cut it to 1, 7-6.
Timms with the ball, setting up their offense.
Tip by a nice steal by Leisler, or by Dennison. Edgar brings it up. Pull up 2-pointers, good. Blue Jays take the lead.
Yeah, Blue Jays aren't wasting a lot of time getting a shot off tonight, are they?
No one here for McPherson. We have a timeout. 30-second timeout. So, now, did you get a chance to watch much of the Sterling game on Saturday?
Well, you know, I was watching on my phone a little bit while the Kansas City Chiefs were in the process of taking care of business in Kansas City. So I can't say that I saw a lot of it, but I saw a little bit of it on a small screen.
Big win for them, obviously. Nice, strong defensive performance from the Blue Jays. Being able to keep that big offense in check. So.
And McPherson players, I believe these are the same 5 that started the game. There has been no substitutions for McPherson, and that may be something that could haunt them later in the game, getting a little gassed. Another miss by McPherson, but the rebound.
Roberts gets her own rebound and lays it in. McPherson retakes the lead, 9-8. Turner gets loose and unable to hit the layup. Garcia can't gather it, and it'll be McPherson's ball.
Almost thought I saw a travel in there before she made it to the rim, but I'm not sure.
All I saw was stripes right then.
Right in front of you.
Yeah.
Roberts with the ball, looking down low, now passes back out to Raimondi.
Back to Roberts. She faces up, goes to the rim, unable to knock it down. Garcia with the defensive board. Ashton Wiebe checks in. Ashton Wiebe, a player of the week this week for the KCAC for her defensive work.
Yeah.
Garcia for 3, and that's good.
Woo, how about that? You get your number 5 that can step out and hit a 3.
Freshman post player. Blue Jays retake the lead, 11-9. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Long 3-pointer, off the backboard, no good. Wiebe with the rebound. Bringing it up for the Blue Jays down the center of the court. Off to Garcia, over to Leisler, looking inside for Turner. Now back to Ediger, top of the key. Ediger drives, kicks out to Turner. Turner pops,
nice,
hits the 15-footer.
Blue Jays stretch the lead to 4.
Subs coming in now for both teams. First time McPherson sub so far this game. 3:30 left in the first quarter.
Timms looking for Roberts, but gets it back to Holt. DeLuca gets it back to Holt. Holt is fouled, and she will shoot 2. Foul on Garcia, her first.
Looked like we had pretty good defense on there until the very end, and then kind of the reach in at the end.
Holt will shoot 2. Rolls the first one in. Checking in for McPherson, number 32, Gillian, and number 33, Mosley. And for the Blue Jays, looks like Holt checks in, and then Dennison and Weedle return. Holt misses the second. Weedle gathers the board.
And Holt for McPherson, very athletic player. When I look at her scoring average, I would have expected it to be higher than that. Hoyt turns down one three-pointer to pass it off to Turner, who hits the 3.
Back-to-back buckets for Desiree Turner.
You got to keep feeding her when she's hot.
Oh, yeah.
She tends to be a little bit of a streaky shooter, and when she's on, she's on.
She reached for again right at the end.
Once again, great defense until at the very end, and that reaching foul gets us every time.
Holt will again shoot 2.
Potter checking in for the Bulldogs.
Early score out of Salinas. Kansas Wesleyan on top, 14-7 over Sterling.
That's a big game right there.
Yeah, big matchup here for the conference. We're into the second part of the schedule. (16-10), Blue Jays with the ball, up 6.
We all wondered when you watch Sterling play, they're not very deep. They play about 7, maybe 8. Last game against Tabor that they lost, they had to put a few more players in because of foul trouble, and it turned out not to work out for them. And you wondered how long they could just play 7 players 30 minutes. You know, it's going to take its toll on you during a long season like the basketball season. Oh, should have been a travel there.
Checking in for McPherson, number 5, Harlow, and number 12, Potter.
16-10 Tabor, 2:08 left in the first quarter.
Burns back in for the Blue Jays.
Full court pressure again, put on by the Bulldogs. A little bit of a dangerous pass there by Denniston, but Wiebe gathers it in, now sets up the offense. Wiebe kind of running the point now. Denniston off on a wing. Comes free for a 3, and it's good.
19-10.
That's called nothing but net right there.
Oh, yeah.
She was set, had her feet set, squared up. Picture perfect. Potter with the ball. Gets the offense started. Now back to Harlow. Off to Mosley.
3-pointer, no good. Hard off the backboard. Offensive board by Roberts. She puts it in.
It's just a matter of being a little bit more aggressive right there. Weedle had the ball in her hands, and then Roberts just kind of took it away.
Roberts with the foul.
Now Roberts being even more aggressive on defense. And sometimes it pays to be aggressive, and sometimes it doesn't.
First personal, 3rd team foul.
For the Blue Jays, Peterson, Hoyt, Denniston, Burns, and Weedle.
I think they do. Yeah, our issue was go around the
Ball across the timeline. Now they'll set up their offense.
Plenty of time. 15 on the shot clock. Hoyt kicks it over to Peterson. Gets it in deep to Weedle. She goes across the lane and lays it up and good.
Well, Weedle had a mismatch down low. 32 Gillen, a 5'7" junior guarding her.
We have an offensive foul on 33, Mosley.
I think that one probably could have just been left alone, maybe.
I thought so too. It was a late call too.
I'm not so sure. Peterson just didn't get her foot stepped on, maybe, or something, but it wasn't near as bad as it looked.
All right, 34 seconds, about a 5-second differential here.
And here's what we've talked about in many games that Tabor should be averaging, and there's no reason why they can't put up 20 points every quarter. And we're at 21 now, and that translates into 80 points at the end of a game, and that would be, I don't think too many people with Tabor's defense are going to score 80 points.
No. Averaging, only giving up 53 a game this year. Oh.
Off red, should go White's way.
5 seconds on the shot clock, about 9 seconds on the game clock. Three-pointer.
Hoyt with a three-pointer. 3 seconds left. They're going to be a long Hail Mary here, and it's off the backboard. Tabor will take a commanding 24-12 lead going into the second quarter. We'll take a break with them.
All right.
We'll be back in a little bit.
All right, we're back here for the second quarter. Blue Jays double up the McPherson Bulldogs 24-12 in that first quarter. McPherson inbounds here to start the second quarter.
For the Blue Jays, Denniston, Peterson, Hoyt, Weedle, and Burns.
Nice bucket by Mosley. Dribbles it all the way in and lays it up.
Man, I'm not sure how she got through everybody.
Oh, almost picked off there. Hoyt gets it across the half-court line, and we're ready to reset the offense.
Denniston comes off a little bit of a staggered screen, finds Hoyt. Hoyt drives, kicks to Denniston, wide open, top of the key, and that's got to be good.
Wide open again.
Yeah.
Several times the Blue Jays have had just 3 or 4 feet.
For the Blue Jays, Gillen, Branscombe, Mosley, Harlow, and Potter in the game.
Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Burns.
Burns passes back to Denniston. Denniston slowly brings it up court for the Blue Jays. Not in any big hurry right now. Running their 1-4 set. Little fade screen by Denniston, now off to Hoyt. Peterson open in the corner, now closed down. Now we got Hoyt, top of the key, and it's off the mark a little bit and out of bounds to the Bulldogs.
Blue Jays shooting 58% so far. 5 for 10 from 3.
Taryn Hoyt's mother bringing her team, high school team, to the Trojan Classic this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from Eureka, Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Taryn's mother, the winningest, I believe the winningest high school
Didn't they play Hillsborough
women's high school coach in the state or something like that.
Did they play Hillsborough last night?
I was in this gym, so I didn't see him play.
Okay.
So I'm I can't remember who they played.
All
Coach
right.
Reed yelling his usual instructions from the side here.
Burns has it. Goes baseline. Kicks it over to Dennison. Nice.
Yeah, nice job.
Good ball movement by the Blue Jays.
One more pass, and we'll get another 30-second timeout here by the Bulldogs. I'll just go on record as saying first-year coach Josh Nichols doesn't seem real happy with his team right now, or their effort. Maybe looking for a little bit more fire out of them. They started out pretty good, and now it's just kind of slowly gone away, or quickly gone away, maybe.
Yeah, a couple buckets, and they seem to get discouraged.
Well, what's your prediction on the Chiefs and Patriots this weekend?
Ooh.
You got a prediction there? Or thought about it much? Or don't want to think about it? Or?
Yeah, I really don't care for either team.
Oh,
So,
okay.
to be honest with
I
you.
forgot the Broncos.
Yeah.
How'd the Broncos do this year? Okay, never mind. We're back in the game here.
You still have Andy Reid as your coach? Okay, sorry.
Bulldogs with the ball. Potter looks down low. Foul on Weeby down low. Couldn't quite get in front of Gillen. Inbound to Gillen. Back out to Potter. Stolen by Tabor for a second, then Garcia knocks it out of bounds. It'll be the Bulldogs' ball, 30-second clock. I don't know if that was if they called that a change of possession. Maybe they didn't, so they're resetting the clock at 22. Bulldogs inbounds.
Yeah, Eureka beat Hillsborough last night.
Okay.
67-38.
Ooh.
It was only 6 at half. I left at halftime. So,
okay.
yeah. Foul on Garcia. That'll be her second, I believe.
It appears she tried to just stand her ground and go straight up, and evidently that only works in Florida. A political joke there.
Okay. Got to be careful with that this time these days.
Yeah, that's true. First shot by Harlow, up and good.
It's a good way to get emails sent.
I know. Weedle, Turner, and Leisler check back in for the Blue Jays, along with Edgar and Weeby. Harlow with her second, and it's good. Roberts and Timms check back in for the Bulldogs.
Getting pressure by the Bulldogs. Leisler kicks it over to Edgar. Gets it across, and Blue Jays will set up here. Weeby at top. Looks like she's going to get a double screen here. Turner to Leisler. Three-pointer by Edgar, back rim. Offensive board, Weedle. Blue Jays will reset.
30-16, 6:29 left in this second quarter. Nice break by Edgar. Weeby with the rebound, called for a travel. Good rebound there by Weeby.
In traffic.
I think it was when she fell down is when the travel came.
(30-16). About 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Ball's loose. Ball's loose, and there'll be a foul on the Bulldogs.
Edgar hits the ball hits the ground pretty hard on one knee. Gonna have to start putting volleyball knee pads on her, I think. Inbounds to Weeby. Weeby brings it up on Timms.
Might see a tee right in front of us.
1-4 set. Off to Weedle, into Leisler. Leisler stops and pops, and just barely off the rim. Gillen with the foul on the shot. Leisler will go to the line to shoot two.
Foul on Gillen. her first.
DeLuca checks back in for the Bulldogs. Or will check in right after this free throw.
Last night in that Hillsborough game, one of the Eureka Post players on a questionable call got her third foul right towards the end of the first quarter.
Ooh.
And Hoyt's mom was arguing and didn't get a chance to sub her out. She got her fourth on the free throw rebound.
Oh.
Yeah.
First quarter?
First quarter.
Oh, wow.
But I guess they managed to overcome that.
Yeah.
Won by plenty against Hillsborough. Three-pointer off to the right. Rebound Leisler.
Three-pointer taken by Branscombe. Lefty. Wiebe brings it up off to Edgar, top of the key, gets a screen from Weedle, goes around that, kicks it out to Leisler. Leisler for three, and it's good.
Blue Jays shooting well from three-pointing.
And we got another timeout. It looks like another 30-second timeout. Coach Nichols will talk it over with his players again. It's actually pretty good defense, I thought. Leisler just hit a really nice shot from the corner. And
7 for 13 from three.
That's the Tabor of old right there.
But even for Tabor, that's a lot of attempts and makes by the second quarter.
Tabor College on the year is shooting 30, right at 35% from behind the arc. It's a pretty good percentage if you ask me. They're shooting almost 40% from the field overall. And right at 80% from the free throw line. So far, Tabor's in control of this game, and we're going to be hard-pressed to find something to talk about in the second half, I think. Yeah. We can talk more about the NFL playoffs.
Or your new quarterback of Oklahoma?
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah.
That's a shocker to me. That surprised me, I'll say that.
Oh, nice.
Turner
nice
with
steal.
the pickoff now at half court. Going to go in for an easy layup.
Stretches the lead to 20.
Turner's so athletic. It'd be kind of fun to see what she could do in some pressing situations.
I think of all the players, she's gotten so much better during this year.
Another turnover there by the Bulldogs.
You know, sometimes when you have a transfer from a Division II, hasn't played a lot, needs some time to kind of get back into it. She's done well. She's going to be an important piece as they finish up the regular season.
And the fact that she's come in here and had to play a different position than what she's used to playing. She's kind of a 4-5.
Nice roll by Weedle.
I think she's been more of a 2-3 up until in high school and in college, so it's a little bit different having her play down low, and she pops out some, so gets to play more of the 4 position.
Up in Salina, Kansas Wesleyan stretched out their lead 36-18.
Wow.
Yes.
So that loss, okay, so since we're not following this game right here right now with Tabor being ahead 38-16 and 4 minutes to play in this second quarter. Tabor's looking to extend their lead here. Edgar with the ball in the wing, but that loss by that Tabor put on Sterling last week might have just been a loss that kind of took a little wind out of their sails, and they brought them down to earth a little bit. And so Weedle scores another easy basket down here for the Blue Jays to get to 6 points on the night.
And if both games both games stay the course, 3 teams will have 2 losses in conference.
Roberts getting a little bit too aggressive again on defense after turning the ball over.
That's her second. She'll stay in the game. Hoyt checks in for Edgar. 40-16.
Raimondi checking in for the Bulldogs. Tim's guarding Denniston closely, coming up the court, off to Hoyt, now to Weedle, top of the key. Denniston fakes, kicks it back out to Leisler. Now Leisler drives, hits her patented 8 to 10 foot shot.
That mid-range, so effective.
Don't see that very often anymore, do you? In any ball.
Holt has it.
DeLuca for a long 3, off the backboard, no good. Ball bouncing around. Raimondi comes up with it, off to Holt. Holt can't get it to go. Now Weedle gets it off to Denniston. Quickly up to Leisler. Leisler cross court to Turner. Turner to Hoyt. Hoyt launches a 3. They'll reset. Leisler with the loose ball rebound.
Oh, man.
42-16 Tabor.
Pass over to Dennison. Dennison takes the screen. Back to Turner. Turner's going to go baseline. Lays it up, not able to get it to go in. Roberts with the board.
And I just now saw Turner's got her right wrist taped up.
Well, she missed a game. She missed the game last week that you weren't here.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that because
Yeah.
you weren't here. But did I mention you weren't here?
Did you also mention that I was out of town working?
Yeah, that's what they supposedly. So yeah, she sat out against Southwestern, and so did play on Saturday.
Roberts with the free throw. First one's up and good.
Weedle with their first foul. Burns will check in for Turner. Yeah, I heard that she did have a wrist injury that was minor. And
Okay.
so
Still got the blue tape on it tonight,
Yeah.
so I didn't notice that till just now. I'm assuming it was on earlier. Second free throw, no good. Hoyt with the rebound off to Denniston. 42-17, 2 minutes left till halftime. Good defense by Roberts that time. Leisler looking to wheedle down low.
Peterson checks in for Leisler. 2:04 left in this first half. Blue Jays 60% from the field, 50% from three. Just shooting lights out tonight.
Inbounds to Hoyt in the corner. Denniston to Wheedle. Now to Peterson. Swung the ball all the way around. Now back to Hoyt. Good ball moving by Tabor. Still working the ball around. Tries to get it inside to Wheedle.
Robertson with a nice steal.
Yeah, Roberts picks it up off to Raimondi. Raimondi to Timms. Nice pick and roll. Hoyt comes in and gets a little bit too much arm.
So Roberts will shoot two. Fourth team foul for the Blue Jays. Second one's up and good. Again, pressure by the Bulldogs.
Roberts goes for the steal. Doesn't get it. Hoyt gets it long cross-court pass to Denniston. Now to Burns, top of the key. Takes a little bit of a glance at the basket. Now Denniston wide open from three and bounces out this time. 42-19, a little over a minute to play. Holt with the long three. Rebound by Denniston. Denniston pushing it up court. Almost picked off by Raimondi. Probably should have been picked off.
Balanced scoring here for the Blue Jays. Leisler with 8, Dennison with 8, Turner with 7, Weedle with 6, Garcia with 5. Just under a minute here.
Hard to stop a balanced team.
Yeah. Nice pass into Burns. Not able to hit the layup, and she follows up with a foul.
Yep, that's how many times do you see that?
So that'll be fifth
Too many?
foul. Yes. Even with this big lead, what, 3 or 4 layups this first half? So it could be more. A couple other scores from around the conference. Bethel on top of Avila, 31-24. Friends on top of Ottawa, a close one, 29-27. Let's see what else we have here. Bethany leading Southwestern 35-22. And Kansas Wesleyan in command up in Salina against Sterling, 41-19.
Wow. That's almost the identical score that we have here. We did have 41-19 a little bit ago, I think, maybe. Peterson with the ball, finds Burns top of the key, hands off to Denniston. 38 seconds left in this first half. Almost had a lob pass inside to Weedle. Turned it down. Now Hoyt gets it. Back to Weedle, top of the key, finds Peterson in the corner.
Shot clock at 5.
Now Burns gets it in the corner, drives, does an up and under.
Oh.
Off the rim, no good. 16 seconds left. Holt bringing it up for the Bulldogs. Off to Timms, Raimondi, then over in the corner to
Three-pointer, long one. That's good.
Wow. DeLuca. 42-24, so Tabor had a little bit of a bigger lead for a second and then kind of lost a little bit of what they had here going to the half, but still in command. We'll take a halftime break with you as Tabor leads 42-24. We're back here at Hillsboro, Kansas, as the Blue Jays are taking on the Bulldogs from McPherson, and thought we'd go over just a few halftime stats for you. Start out with the visiting Bulldogs. In the first half, they were 7 for 23, 30% from the field, 2 for 9 from behind the arc, 22%, 8 for 12 from behind the free throw line, 67%. Leading the way for the Bulldogs, Brittany Roberts with 9 points and 9 rebounds, and Brooke DeLuca with 5 points. Nobody else got over 3 for the Bulldogs, with Bella Raimondi coming in with 3, Asia Timms with 2, Brittany Harlow with 2, and Mason Mosley with 2.
Roberts also with 9 rebounds.
Yeah, how about that?
Almost a double-double.
She's had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Turnovers for the Bulldogs, 9 with only 1 assist, 17 rebounds, and so kind of what you'd expect when you compare to the other side of the ledger. Tabor College, 17 for 32 from the field, over 50%. 7 for 15 from behind the arc, almost 50%, and then 1 for 2 from the free throw line. So right there at 50% for the Blue Jays, and 18 total rebounds, 10 assists, and only 3 turnovers. So
that's nice.
Blue Jays taking care of the ball tonight. Leading the way for the Blue Jays, Taylor Denniston with 8, Tristan Leiser with 8, Desiree Turner with 7, Kristen Weedle 6. One interesting thing, and I hate to point this out, with her dad sitting right next to him, the leading scorer for the Blue Jays, Morgan Ediger, is at 0 for the first half. So we need to get her off.
That's right.
Need to get her going here in this second half. Maybe this third quarter she can put up about 10 or 12, and we can just take off, put some subs in that fourth quarter. Tabor holding McPherson to 12 points in each of the first 2 quarters, and Tabor leading 42-24 as we've started the second half, Jim.
Blue Jays do inbounds, gets it in deep to Weedle. Roberts has her. Weedle comes across, kicks it out to Ediger. She takes the screen. Wide open Peterson off the front rim, and rebound Roberts. That's her 10th rebound.
Timms tipped it away from Denniston, and Roberts picked it up for McPherson. Timms, Roberts, Holt, Raimondi, DeLuca for the Blue Jays starting lineup. Weedle, Burns, Ediger, Denniston, and Peterson.
And Roberts picks up her 3rd foul, the first foul of the quarter.
Looks like she's going to stay in the game. Take 9 points and 10 rebounds away from McPherson right now, and that's going to seal the defeat there.
Don't think you have choice but to keep her in at this point. Blue Jays into their offense here. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Weedle gets in the post, kicks it over. Nice ball movement again. Wide open, Dennison. Good.
She's deadly from the corner, isn't she? Been seeing that for 4 years too.
Yes. All kinds of space there for Dennison. Blue Jays again stretch the lead over 20. Ball knocked out of bounds to McPherson.
Looked like that went off McPherson. I thought it went off DeLuca, but they're going to call it McPherson's way. We'll believe it. Holt with the ball, gets it off to Roberts. Roberts going on one-on-one on Weedle, and she takes her to the basket and scores.
There you go. She's got their double-double already.
Yep.
11 points, 10 boards.
Little pressure put on by McPherson. Ediger cross court to Denniston. Denniston finds Burns top of the key. She finds Ediger now on the wing. Burns top of the key, fakes, drives.
Oh.
Thought she had Weedle on a flash to the basket. Weedle had stopped, however.
Good thought.
Almost looked like we could have had a trap in the corner there if we wanted to.
Timms gets it into Roberts. Bad pass, though. Picked off by the Blue Jays.
Ediger to Weedle, now off to Denniston. Denniston back to Burns. Burns looking to Weedle down low. Being guarded by Holt. Takes her one-on-one. Goes up strong and scores. Weedle now 8 points on the night. Good hedge by there by Burns, but then post got loose, but Denniston comes up with a steal, goes coast to coast. Gets fouled on the other end. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul on 25. DeLuca.
Just her second foul.
Yep, so. First free throw's up and good. Checking in for the Blue Jays, Garcia, Turner, and Leisler.
Denniston now leading all scorers with 12.
Second one's good. And Weeby will check in for her as it leads up to 23.
Timms brings it up for the Bulldogs. Flashes through the post. Ramondi now off to Holt. Holt to DeLuca. DeLuca down into Roberts. Roberts goes one-on-one with Garcia. She's fouled and gets off the shot. It looks like it'll be 2 shots. And
third on Garcia, I think.
Garcia got beat by Roberts that time on that first step.
Yeah, she faces up well. I guess maybe her first. I had her 2 in the first half. I think that's 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I know Garcia had a couple fouls in that first half, didn't she?
Yeah, our halftime sheet had her down for 2. I think that's her third. Hopefully
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, you're right.
Garcia kicks it out wide open again. Turner for 3, good. (52-26). 6:25 to go here in this third quarter. Blue Jays continue to shoot it well.
Looked like a reach in that time. Turner reaches in on Roberts, picks up a foul. Her second foul. Out of bounds, McPherson.
So tempting when the ball gets on the floor to do that reach.
DeLuca, another shot, another 3-pointer.
Again, pressure. Oh, unforced error for sure.
(55-26) Tabor, 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Tabor in command.
Get it into Roberts. This has been there. And again, her
Roberts,
most consistent scorer.
Yeah, sneaks it over the top by Garcia.
Oh, and bad pass. Timms goes in for the layup.
McPherson press, giving us trouble because we're not doing what we're supposed to do against the press, which is you get it in, you pass it back, you switch sides, and then you just run your press break instead of doing your own thing. And I'm pretty sure that's why Coach Reed's calling a timeout right now to straighten that out. 30-second timeout.
55-30. A couple scores in the conference again. Bethany in command against Southwestern, 43-30. At the half, Kansas Wesleyan on top, 48-36 over Sterling. St. Mary's over over Oklahoma Wesleyan, 30-28. Bethel over Avila, 41-30. And Friends on top of Ottawa, 40-29. Most of those games are in the third quarter. A couple are just at halftime.
48 points by KW by halftime. That's a lot of points Sterling's given up.
Sterling did make a little run there to end that second quarter to get it down to 12. So.
Tabor being a little smarter now with taking care of the ball.
I think we had some scoring mishaps.
Travel by Turner on the opened up with the ball, facing the basket, but took one extra step in there. Tabor has more turnovers in the third quarter than they had in the entire first half.
Yeah, got a little sloppy and lazy here with this lead. look for Coach Reed to make sure that stops.
I'm pretty sure.
He's got plenty of players to put in. Yeah. Again, get it into Roberts. Maybe got a little walk there, but she comes up short. Garcia with the rebound. Blue Jays bring it up. 5 minutes to go, about halfway here through this third quarter. 52-33. Leisler takes the 2 screens, little pull up 2, that's long. Garcia tries for the rebound, but knocks it out, and that'll go to the Bulldogs.
Hoyt, Denniston check in for the Blue Jays. Edgar Weeby go out. Timms brings it up, gets it off to Holt. Now Roberts working against Garcia. Now DeLuca working against Leisler. The ball gets into Timms, and we have another foul. Looks like Garcia again.
That's what's her 4?
It's 4 fouls on Garcia. Weedle gets off the bench quickly, comes in.
Timms for her second. Second one rolls off, and that'll be out of bounds to the Blue Jays.
Gillen comes in, tries to pick up the board, knocks it out. Tabor will face a little bit of press here again. It's been effective here in this third quarter.
Blue Jays get it across, and plenty of time here.
Top of the key, Weedle. Off to Denniston. Denniston finds Hoyt, top of the key. Comes back to Weedle, top of the key again.
Shot clock down to 2. Hoyt will shoot 3, and no good, and that's a shot clock violation. Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 33, Mosley. Sensing some frustration from the Tabor bench.
I'm sensing some frustration from myself. That shouldn't happen right there. We should never have a shot clock violation against a team that's not what I would consider a defensive stalwart in our conference. I mean, it just shouldn't happen. Tabor, on the other hand, has what you talked about earlier as the number 3 defense in the country. Oh. 3-pointer by Gillen. So the Bulldogs aren't just going away here. They're making a little bit of a run on Tabor. A little pressure again. Almost looked like a travel there. Tabor does get it across half court, sets up their offense.
Lead down to 16.
13 seconds on the shot clock, 3:16 left in this third quarter.
Oh.
Another turnover by the Blue Jays, picked up by Holt. Off to Gillen. Gillen brings it up.
5 turnovers in this quarter.
Gets it over to Mosley, back to Gillen. Gillen makes a good, Mosley makes a great move down low. 52-38. McPherson making a run against the Blue Jays here with a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Slip screen by Turner, gets it off to Denniston. Denniston hits the 3 from the corner again.
And with that, Coach Reed will take a timeout. He's going to take a full timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back here. Blue Jays with the 55-38 lead. All right, we're back here, getting towards the end of this third quarter. 2:26 left. Bulldogs will inbounds after the three-pointer by Denniston and followed by the timeout.
Weedle, Burns, Hoyt, Peterson, and Denniston in for the Blue Jays. Mosley, Holt, Gillen, Roberts, and DeLuca in for the Bulldogs. Roberts goes in hard, and a reach in looks like another reach foul. This time, can't think, I don't know who, 24. I think Burns brought the hammer down at the very end. First free throw in and out for Roberts. Potter checks in for Holt. Second free throw's up and in. Harlow checks in for DeLuca.
Again, pressure. Dennison able to dribble through. She dribbles it out and gets reset here for the Blue Jays. 2 minutes.
1-4 set. Fade screen by Denniston. Finds Hoyt coming around on the wing. Now Peterson in the corner gets a pick from Burns.
Oh, not a good pass to Burns. And the Bulldogs come away with it.
It's a good idea, but the pass just didn't have it. Mosley now again for two.
Back to 14.
14-point lead by Tabor. Now another turnover. Steal by Harlow. Now a foul by Denniston. I hope nobody else is watching this game or watches this third quarter. No opposing coaches are watching the third quarter because they learn how to play against Tabor, I think, wouldn't they?
Well,
or we've just gotten sloppy.
That's it. I think the Tabor kind of fell asleep at the wheel a little bit.
Here we thought it was going to be a boring game in the second half, and now McPherson's making it interesting. Harlow at the line for another shot, and she sinks it.
Now we're down to 12. Closest it's been for a long time.
Yeah.
Blue Jays get it across.
Cross court pass to Peterson. Peterson looks down low to Burns. Burns out to Denniston. Denniston for three, and it's a little bit long. Edgar with the rebound, knocked away almost by Weedle. Now Peterson gets it wide open on the wing, and she's fouled by Gillen, I believe.
It wasn't 33.
Called on 33. I don't know that she was near the. She might have been. I don't know. Whatever.
Yep. Fresh shot clock here for the Blue Jays. Under a minute. Edgar gets a screen. Goes around the corner. Goes all the way to the bucket. Unable to get it. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it out to Peterson.
Cross court pass. Peterson on the wing. Gives it to Denniston in the corner. Denniston drives, stops, and shoots, and scores, and is fouled on the play. So the bright spot is Taylor Denniston in this third quarter. She's still putting up points for the Blue Jays. 16 now on the night for her.
It's still 0 for Morgan, is that right?
Yeah.
Free throw's good. That's 17 on the night for Taylor Denniston.
Denniston averaging, I believe, almost 11 points a game. Nice block there by Burns.
Yeah.
Foul by
number 5.
Harlow.
And that will be the 5th foul, so that will put Peterson
on. Foul's on 32. Oh, yeah, 32. 5th foul, team foul.
Team foul, yeah.
Peterson goes to the line to shoot 2. %, free throw shooter. Sinks the first. And the second one, Tabor extends her lead now back up to 17. A few seconds left in this third quarter.
Three-pointer off. Dennison gets it. Plenty of time
15 seconds.
Blue Jays with the fast break. Burns lays it up, and she's fouled.
Nice job.
Little 6-point run to give some more cushion here.
Yeah, we need a little momentum going into this fourth quarter after a fairly dismal.
It was down to 12 on an 8-0 run here, maybe.
Tabor put up 20 points finally now to 21 points now this third quarter to keep their average up at least, averaging about 20 points per quarter this game.
Finishing up
Branscombe trying to get the shot, rebounded down low. Good defense by Tabor there at the end. We'll take a break here at the end of the third quarter. Tabor up 63-43. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in a little bit.
All right, we're back here. 1 quarter left of this women's game. Stay with us for the men's game after. McPherson will inbound. They are down 20.
A little bit of a double dribble there. Mosley wanted to make the pass. Her teammate either wasn't in position or wasn't looking. Kind of.
McPherson was able to get it down to 12. About 2 or 3 minutes left in that third quarter, but Blue Jays ended the quarter on an 8-0 run. Nice play by the Blue Jays. Gets Sammy Jo wide open under the basket.
Nice play coming right out of the quarter. Set play. Got Peterson wide open down below the basket. Assist by Ediger. For the Blue Jays, Burns, Weedle, Ediger, Peterson, Dennison starting lineup.
Mosley, man, she can get all the way to that rim so easily.
Hodder misses the bunny down low, out of bounds. McPherson. For the Bulldogs, Potter, Mosley, and coming out now, Potter and Mosley. Or Potter stays in. Timms comes in for Mosley.
Someone needs to check out here. Let's see.
Branscombe checking out also. Roberts, Harlow, Gillen. Pressure put on again by the Bulldogs. And they drop back. Any scores on the JV men and women tonight? I haven't heard anything. I wasn't here, so. Foul on Timms. Inbound to Burns, off to Denniston. Looking for Ediger. Now Peterson open for a three. That's off the mark. Ediger tries to get in for the offside board. Gillen picks it up. And we're getting a charging foul, and Gillen goes down, and she's holding her side, her back. Must have landed awkward or something. Holt and Ramondi coming in for the Bulldogs. Kansas Wesleyan at home against Sterling, still holding a slim 6-point lead.
That'll probably come down to the wire. Bethel with a 6-point lead over Avila.
Gillen able to walk off the floor on her own power, more or less. Have the trainer get a little more time to look at her.
Hopefully should be all right. Get back quickly.
Tabor able to beat the press again. Now off to Weedle up top of the key. Ediger in the wing. Finds Burns at the free throw line, a little bit past the free throw line, and we've got a foul on Peterson.
Could be nothing worse than a 25, 30-point game at the end with a bunch of free throws.
That's what we don't want.
It seems to be where we're headed. So just preparing you.
Oh, good. Roberts goes in, loses the ball, gets it off to DeLuca, wide open for a three, just off the mark. Ediger picks up the rebound.
Oh, nice.
Beats everybody up the court, goes up hard and strong, goes in for her first 2 points of the night, first bucket of the night. And looked like she might have get fouled on that layup. Ramondi now with the ball, finds Holt in the corner, now off to DeLuca.
Nice.
Now to Roberts on a pick and roll at the free throw line. Tough to guard that.
It's been there all night for them.
Yep. Peterson gets the ball past half court for the Blue Jays. Looks for some direction from Coach Reed. Now gets it off to Ediger. Ediger to Weedle, Weedle to Denniston. Tabor doing a good job of moving the ball, setting up their play.
Shot clock under 5.
Step back by Ediger, off the rim, no good. Burns is going to pick up another loose ball foul. That's what you were just saying.
I'm telling you. Roberts with 16 points and 10 rebounds.
4 in now for the Blue Jays and 4 out. Garcia, Turner, Leisler, and Wiebe. Peterson stays on for the Blue Jays.
So as an Oklahoma fan, good news today? New quarterback?
That just came out of the blue. I guess other people probably knew that was coming, but I didn't. Ramondi now streaks down low, turns around with a little jumper, and it's good.
And from what I understand, he can play right away. Grad transfer.
He's a grad student, so yes, he can. Turner off to Peterson. Peterson now gets it to the middle of the court, back to Leisler. Wiebe sets up the offense. Yeah, Jalen Hurts can come into Oklahoma, play right away as a grad student. Kind of baffles me that the NCAA rules are so particular about some things, and then now that this new grad student rule, I don't know how long that's been in effect, but that seems to be the most lax thing that I've ever heard of. So Wiebe picks up a charge. Roberts picks up her 4th foul.
Thought they could have called just a try.
Yeah. Didn't look like she really got run over too hard, but we'll take it.
It's her 4th foul. 6:20.
Wiebe with the ball over to Turner. Turner now looks at Garcia down low. Garcia goes up with a left-handed layup. Now gets the ball back because of Wiebe's hustle.
Oh.
Puts it up and off the board and off the rim, and we'll go the other way. Ashton Wiebe is the only player that's been in the game tonight for the Blue Jays that has not scored. Need to get her a bucket here.
Timms takes it all the way, unable to hit the layup. Leisler with the rebound. She slowly brings it up here.
67-47 Tabor, 20-point lead, 5:30 left in this contest. Wiebe now off to Turner again. Sammy Joe Peterson cuts through the lane. Garcia pops up top. Slip screen, gets it back to Garcia, picked off by Roberts.
Not a good pass.
You know, if we'd only had 3 turnovers this second half like we did in the first half, we'd be up by about 40 right now.
Yeah, not a clean second half here.
Not at all. Holt gets it, turns around, misses almost everything. Turner with the rebound.
Leisler has it. Kicks it over to Wiebe. Peterson goes baseline, goes all the way, and that'll be a blocking foul.
Inside the arc, I believe, is what the referee was calling.
Peterson.
Speaking of Norman, Oklahoma, 42, Haley Hurst, the 5'10 freshman from Norman, Oklahoma, checks in for the Bulldogs.
And on cue.
That's right.
Kansas Wesleyan stretches their lead as they get close to the end of the third quarter. They're 69-60. 9 seconds left in that third quarter.
Too much time left. Still another quarter to go. Too much time to start counting your chickens. DeLuca out with the ball for the Bulldogs. Gets it to Roberts, the free throw line.
So Desiree Turner not able to get there in time to help on the drive, but
Hurst with the rebound and the putback.
Yeah, fouls on the putback. Free throw's good. 3-point play for the Bulldogs.
Hurst coming in, making the most of her few minutes here in this fourth quarter. Turner off to Wiebe. Ball's past half court. Hoyt with it on the wing. Back off to Wiebe. Hand off to Wiebe. Being guarded by DeLuca. Gets it off to Leisler. Garcia sets the screen for Leisler.
Oh, knocked away. Oh, how did that not go in?
Yeah, I don't know. 70-50 for the Blue Jays.
And Blue Jays pick it off.
Steal and then a foul on Raimondi.
And with that, we begin the free throws.
Just what we didn't want. Another reason why I don't like these new rules.
Yes.
Just another reason to add to the list of reasons that I don't like these new rules.
And you can't even there's not even a chance of just one free throw with a 1-on-1.
Is there any way that people like us have any say in what happens in the future?
Oh no.
Yeah.
That would mean someone was actually listening.
Leisler up. First free throw good.
And the band wakes up.
That's right.
She makes both free throws. She will check out. Number 32, Lily Schamberger, checks in.
Yeah. Getting a little action here in the fourth quarter. 3:38 left in the game. And number 3 for McPherson, Taylor Osborne. Steal by Wiebe off of Roberts. Wiebe could get her first 2 points here tonight. If nothing else, she gets fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Another free throw coming.
8 seconds off the clock.
Yeah. You jinxed it.
I know.
You did it. It's your fault.
I'll take it. When I saw some of those early ticky-tack, I knew where we were headed. First free throws, no good. Taylor Myers checks in.
Blame me for the government shutdown next.
Yeah. Well, we know some people aren't going to take responsibility for that, so.
Said they would.
Yeah.
Okay, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Wiebe is on the board tonight with free throw there. And she comes out of the game after making her free throws. Anna Marie Wilkin checks in, number 21. Myers, Schamberger, Wilkin, Hoyt, Garcia. Mikulski also in for the Bulldogs.
Mosley has it. Shot clock at 7. Three-pointer, that's good.
Osborne with a three.
Under 3 minutes to go. Three-pointer, no good. McPherson picks it up. They'll bring it up.
.20 lead for the Blue Jays. 2.5 minutes left in this contest. We've been following the Kansas Wesleyan Sterling game. 69-60 is the last score we have, or the last updated score we have on that.
Just started the fourth quarter.
Still a lot of time left, and almost a full quarter yet. How can they be so far behind us?
Oh, nice pick off by Garcia.
Garcia going all the way. Jump stop. I like that.
Yeah.
We got a timeout for a substitution. Laney Swink coming in for the Blue Jays. Number 25, freshman. Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. And I can't
Brittany
see.
Mitchell. Number 43, Brittany Mitchell.
5'9", freshman from Minco, Oklahoma.
Mosley goes in, lays it up off the rim.
A late foul called. I'm not sure what the foul called on 25. 33 goes to the line to shoot.
What was that?
Not sure.
It was away from the ball.
I didn't think it was on the shot, so I
Yeah.
didn't know what was going on. So this is a two shots for Hurst because it was not the person that shot the ball.
What on earth?
Nicole Abunaja checks in for the Bulldogs. So both teams emptying their benches, getting some inexperienced players a chance to play a little bit here in this last couple minutes.
Oh, 76-62 now.
So KW extending their lead on Sterling, 76-62 in the fourth quarter.
These guys are hamming it up here. This referee and the coach. Last three calls.
Potter looks down low to Hurst. Hurst step through move. Foul called again. 2 shots.
1:31 left. So yeah, Kansas Wesleyan with a big beginning of that fourth quarter.
Mitchell picks up her first foul. Hurst to the line to shoot 2. First one's good. And number 45 checks in for the Bulldogs. Emily Whitley, a 5'7" senior, Huntsville, Arkansas. Second free throw is good by Hurst. 75-59, Blue Jays. Laney Swink with the ball, brings it up court for the Blue Jays. Off to Wilkin. Wilkin to Myers. Back to Swink. Schomburger, top of the key, fakes, goes to the right. Just off the glass. No good. Osborne brings it up for the Bulldogs. Gets it down low to Hurst. Hurst left-hander up and no good. Ball's out of bounds. It'll go the Blue Jays' way.
1:02 left. 75-59. Blue Jays at Bethel Saturday. Is that the next one?
I believe you're right. Big game there for
Bethel.
2 schools 20 miles apart.
No.
Jump ball called. Tabor's possession. It'll go out of bounds. We're under a minute now. Tabor up 75-59. So I think you can safely put this one in the books. Long pass inbounds pass out to Myers. Now to Wilkin. Wilkin loses it. And Osborne now gets it back. Blocked by Wilkin. Goes out of bounds, McPherson. So if Sterling loses, that puts that'll put 2 losses for Tabor, Sterling, and Kansas Wesleyan, I believe.
A lot of games left.
.26 seconds, shot clock's off. Tabor will just run out the clock now.
Stay with us for the men's game.
Schaumburger runs the clock out for the Blue Jays, now under 10 seconds. And Tabor will finish this one 75-59. A little anticlimactic win here at the end. We'll take a break for some final stats. Come back with the KJ postgame show. Kenny Johnson will tell us who's going to win the Chiefs-Patriots game, and he'll give us an update on the Oklahoma Sooner-Kansas State Wildcat score tonight.
All right. We'll look forward to that.
He told me they were playing, so
he would know.
We've got a little wager on it, so he's going to be pretty happy or pretty sad, one of the two.
All right. Thanks for being with us, and again, stay with us for the post-game show and the men's game.
right, folks, as the Tabor College Pep Band plays us into the next game, we're going to go over a few statistics. I got with me tonight here Kenny Johnson for the KJ Postgame Show. Kenny, what do you think about this Chiefs playoffs game coming up here this weekend?
Chiefs go to win.
Chiefs are going to win. That's your prediction?
Yeah.
Any scores? You're giving us any scores on that, or are you just going to say they're going to win and leave it at that?
Leave it at that.
All right, Kenny and I got a little friendly wager going right now with the K-State OU game on TV or on right now. And
I got a partial score on that.
Partial score on that one. K-State still ahead.
With 7 minutes to go, Kansas State's ahead of Oklahoma, 56-45.
Boo.
I don't think you won.
You're going to get that dollar from me yet, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
All right, Kenny, the women's team just finished up here tonight with a big victory over the McPherson Bulldogs.
75-59.
75-59, and the Blue Jays shot 27 for 55 from the field. Almost 50%. That's what I got here, almost 50%. 10 for 24 from behind the arc and 11 for 13 from the charity stripe. Pretty good shooting by the Blue Jays. 41% from behind the arc. That's pretty good. And 85% from the free throw line. A little bit of disappointment in that second half. They only had 3 turnovers in the first half and had 12 in the second half. So got a little bit sloppy there with a big lead, and something I'm sure Coach Reed will work on before the next game, don't you think?
Yeah, he will work on it. Then the next game, then Bethel on Saturday.
All right, that's right. Bethel College coming up Saturday. So Taylor Denniston led the scoring for tonight with the Blue Jays, and she had how many?
19.
19 points, and then 2 other players. It looks like Sammy Jo Peterson had
18.
10, and then Desiree Turner also had
10,
and Tristan Leisler also had 10. So
also had 10.
Down there at the bottom, 4 players in double figures. Kenny, what do you think of that? That's pretty hard to stop a team that can put 4 players in double figures.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's on the other side of that ledger. McPherson, 19 for 49, shot under 40%, 38, 39%, 5 for 16 from behind the arc.
They only had 19 turnovers.
And they had 19 turnovers. Rebounding was about the same for both teams. McPherson did go to the line 25 times. I think that's something Coach Reed would probably be a little bit concerned about, putting somebody on the line. They shot 16 for 25 from the line.
Only 2 players to double figures for McPherson.
Only 2, you're right. Only 2 players. Brittany Roberts had how many?
16.
16, and then the other one with double figures.
10.
Mason Mosley with 10.
With 10.
So that kind of wraps it up for tonight. We're going to turn it over to the guys. And
where did that put Tabor in the standings since Wesley in his head?
We're looking here. That's a big score here. Haven't got an update yet, but looks like Kansas Wesleyan.
Let me say it. The Coyotes is leading who?
Sterling.
Leading Sterling 83-72.
Now we got an update, Kenny, with less than a minute and a half to go. Now
minute and a half to go. The Coyotes, Kansas Wesleyan leading Sterling 87-72.
Wow, so that's going to be a big victory there. So that's going to put Sterling and Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan all 3 at the top right now of the league with 2 losses each, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's quite something, and hopefully I believe that's the way it's going to turn out. And Wesleyan, I think, is 1 game behind. They've got to still make up 1 game to be tied at the top, but all those teams will only have 2 losses. So it's really coming down to the wire here in February, in January and February now, this second time around in the conference, isn't it?
Yeah, and limit to their home court advantage.
If we keep playing the way we're playing, we'll get a home court advantage, and then we'll end up, if we keep doing good, keep winning, end up at Hartman Arena again for the playoffs.
And then we to go to Nationals, maybe.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, I think we can do it, don't you, Kenny?
Yeah, let's turn over to the guys now.
All right, we're going to turn it over now for the guys' game, and you can listen to the pep band as we get ready for the men's action here tonight.
Thank you,
That's Kenny Johnson and Rod Ham signing off.